Anthony Adebayo. We off the record.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo. And the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5. We off the record.
We're different from any other sports.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B. We off the record. We off the record.
Welcome.
What's up, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. This is Off the Record. I'm Anthony
Your
Adebayo.
boy Scotty B, man.
All right. New week, new show. People don't understand what be going on. We
Behind
like
the scenes, right?
trying to get everything squared away. But forget all of that. I mean, we got football to talk about. I guess a little bit of basketball. Baseball is wrapping up. So where you want to start?
I don't know. I feel like it's a whole bunch of football to cover. Let's start here.
Okay.
The Baltimore Ravens and the Lions.
Let's stop. Before we start, let me just do something. I feel it's only right. I want to say congratulations to A'ja Wilson,
Okay.
4-time MVP in the WNBA. And there's an argument about is she the greatest of all time?
I was going to ask you that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw somebody post that to you, and you said it's a debate. I feel like it is a debate,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not as well versed in WNBA history as
But
I probably,
you know
yeah,
who's
yeah,
considered
yeah.
as like some of the greatest.
Right. I think it's an argument.
Absolutely.
I mean, 4-time MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
2 championships.
so let me ask you this, because I know you follow WNBA basketball religiously.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your top 5 in the WNBA history of all time? Top 5.
Oh man. Okay. My top 5 just in WNBA history. I would have Lisa Leslie.
Okay. We agree there because that's who came to my mind. But
Okay. Maya Moore. What?
No, that's a good one I wasn't thinking of.
Maya Moore.
Yeah.
Some may say she's the best ever.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of her.
I said Maya Moore. Cheryl Swoops. What's her name? I'm just drawing a blank because I wasn't expecting this question.
It's a tough question.
It was Cheryl Swoops' teammate. She was the
Cynthia
monster.
Cooper?
That's it. I don't know. I was drawing. I knew.
So I was actually gonna leave Swoops off and put Cynthia Cooper.
Cynthia Cooper is up there. She's probably and I'm at 4, right?
Yeah, you're at 4.
And I would go A'ja Wilson. So you know what? I'll take Cheryl Swoops off, right? I'll take her off. A'ja Wilson is on there, and I'll add Diana Taurasi.
Okay.
So that's my 5.
So I couldn't think of her name. I just kept thinking UConn. But I couldn't think. But it's one more.
What, Breanna Stewart?
Yeah.
I gave you my 5 and so 6. So I would put Breanna Stewart at 6. You know, I wouldn't put Shamika Holdsclaw is a monster, but you can't really.
Shamika Holdsclaw for me had a really good top college career when she was at Tennessee.
Yep.
I really, to me, and I could be wrong, her pro career didn't really take off like it should have been. Like when she played at Tennessee, I was like, yo, she is the truth. But I
the
don't
best ever. You would have thought she was the
right.
best ever.
But I don't ever recall her having a dominant pro career.
She had Shamiko Holtzclaw?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, she had a good career, WNBA career. She had a really good career. Somebody that's probably left off, and it's tough, right? Is Brittany Griner. It's like, how do you leave Brittany Griner off? But I mean, with all that being said, Asia Wilson should definitely be on there.
Okay, so I want to bring up a name that played before WNBA, but she's also, a lot of people will consider her one of the greatest women basketball player, Cheryl Miller.
Yeah.
And some believe that if Cheryl Miller would have had the opportunity to play in the WNBA, she would have been
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah,
I agree. Unfortunately, the United States and basketball wasn't as progressive back then. So it was either playing the NBA, which honestly, if you want to be real, she probably could have played in the NBA and been
Cheryl Miller, good ball.
Yeah.
Cheryl
So
Miller,
now you're dealing with a lot, but yeah. So what was my 5 again, real quick? So I had Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper,
Asia Wilson,
Maya Moore, and Diana Taurasi. Diana Taurasi has to be up there.
I think that's a strong 5.
I'm never losing a game with those 5 ever.
It is a point guard, and I can't recall her name. I believe she ended up playing overseas with the Russian league. I think she might have even got dual citizenship and played in the Russian league. I cannot think of her name to save my life. I don't know if she's Candace Parker is a good one. Curtis, I gotta give that to you. We did leave Candace Parker off the list.
So Candace Parker is a good one, but as far as like, she wasn't. Who I would put Tamika Catchings before I would put Candace Parker. And Candace Parker
Catchings was good.
Candace Parker was main. Sue Bird was another one.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Sue Bird.
Yeah, I was trying to think of Sue Bird.
Sue Bird was nice. I mean, so coming up with, it's always tough coming up with 5, right? And I think that coming up with, because honestly, even if you say 10, you're like, damn, because and here's the thing, and you got people naming names and everything. You're gonna get to 10, you're gonna be like, damn, we left this person off, and we left this person off.
You know what? I'm surprised. I'm looking at the comments, and she absolutely needs to be there. Nobody has left Cynthia Cooper off, and I'm surprised that a lot of people even knew like that name, because I feel like she gets kind of forgotten, because you look at that first Houston team with Cheryl Swoops. Cynthia Cooper was
she won the MVP, the Finals MVP. She was a monster. But yeah, it's crazy. Because hey, listen, if there was one mishap that Candace Parker had, it was, you know what? We're not even gonna go there. We're not here to do that. I'm not gonna get into that. But you know what? Let's move. But Candace Parker is a good one. I mean, honestly, you got back then you had a lot of Kentucky and Tennessee players. It was like, damn, it's everybody.
Kentucky,
and I feel like
and Tennessee. Stanford used to put out a lot of good players too.
Yeah, so but yeah, so all right. I mean, I think that the playoffs, I mean, where they're knee deep in the playoffs right now is the semifinals. You got Indiana versus the Aces, and you got Minnesota versus Phoenix. No. Yeah. It's Phoenix versus, because Phoenix beat the Liberty, who fired their coach a year after they won a championship. Crazy, but if I'm this is gonna be Minnesota and Vegas in the finals, right? If Indiana finds a way to get in there, they're gonna get swept by Minnesota. Minnesota is the best team in the league right now, but when you got somebody like Asia Wilson and some of those other pieces on that Aces team, they can do whatever they can do. They can win the championship, But Minnesota you're gonna be hard pressed to beat them. I mean, and it's gonna be tough for either team. The only other team that has a shot at beating Minnesota is Las Vegas. I'm going with Las Vegas. I think that they're gonna win the championship again, and
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched a lot of WNBA basketball, but I will tell you, Minnesota has been dominating.
Yeah,
the Clips, and from what I've seen, I would have to agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be tough to beat. I'm going to go with Minnesota with a little reluctance because, again, you got Asia Wilson, but I'm still going to go with Minnesota. So we'll see. I'm not the most educated person in the WNBA arena. So if you don't put any money down because I said Minnesota and don't take that to the bank because
Minnesota's damn good. Minnesota's gonna be a hard out.
Good, but I couldn't tell you why they're that great or what it is. But I'll start tuning in today.
They play tonight, actually. Yeah. They're probably playing right now. So all right, so Monday Night Football, you had the Falcons. Now who I don't think I watched that. I'm not that well versed in NFL. I don't said the Falcons. No, you got the Ravens and the Lions.
Right.
And I want to hear your thoughts on this game because I got something to say. But I need to hear your thoughts on this.
I am deeply concerned about the Ravens.
Why?
It's only a second loss.
I mean, out of 3, but whatever.
Out of 3.
Uh-huh.
They could bounce back. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to the playoffs. I'm not going to get ahead.
Are they going to win their division? Yes, they're going to win the division.
They're going to win their division, but here's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I'm seeing a pattern with the Ravens that they're good. Like they're starting to remind me of the Atlanta Hawks of the 2010s, right? Remember when they just had like that good team,
they couldn't beat LeBron.
They just couldn't beat LeBron. They might get past the first round, but they weren't going to get past the second round. And you know what they do? They figure out how to beat themselves. And it's frustrating because they have all the talent.
Okay.
They've got a good coach.
Okay.
They've got every possible thing that they need.
Now you're talking about now?
Now.
Okay.
And somehow they beat themselves. Like I never walk away from a Ravens game thinking that, oh yeah, that team couldn't have won. It's just like these fumbles with Derrick Henry. It's like you're not a fumbler, but
he is this year.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, he's had 2 game-losing fumbles that changed the complexity of the games. With that, it's just like, what are you doing?
So yes, those fumbles hurt. I don't know if he fumbled last week. I can't remember. Who did they play last week?
I believe he did.
They played the Browns.
I
think he did fumble. I think he did fumble. Okay.
I think he got 3. I think, and I'm gonna look it up. I think he got 3 on the season, bro.
All right. So look, this is what I'm gonna say. I know the Ravens. I ain't gonna say the Falcons. Oh, we're gonna say Falcons. Oh, that's probably what it is. Okay. But I know that the Ravens they're missing some pieces, but shoot, everybody's missing somebody. I know that they have a lot of this talent. You know what else I know? I know they got a worse defense than the Cowboys. Look, man, as crazy as that sounds, they have given up more yards than the Cowboys. And the Cowboys have a historically bad defense. But no, I'll say this: all seriousness aside, all joking aside, I think that the Ravens are going to be fine. I feel like you're absolutely right. They continuously find, and honestly, it's been like that pretty much since Harbaugh has been their coach. They find a way to beat themselves, especially when they're favorites. Now they don't normally lose like Monday night games, and they damn sure normally don't lose to NFC teams. I think that's only the second time Lamar Jackson's lost to an NFC team. So I mean, you got to give it up to the Lions last night because their game plan was amazing, right? They pretty much spied them,
bullied them.
huh? Well, I'm talking about defensively. I mean, defensively, they Lamar Jackson really couldn't get off running. Right. I mean, and they looked good. I mean, they Lamar Jackson probably should throw the ball away a little bit more, but some of their schemes to where they had a guy shadowing them. They played a lot of man, even with the too high, and all the run lanes. Their run defense was
killed him.
Yeah, and so their run lane. And the crazy thing is, most teams are running too high now, which it kind of like to slow down the game a little bit and keep it a little less explosive. But I mean, it was crazy to see how if he will run right, they are going right, and there's no lanes for him. If we go back left, they kept their run integrity. I mean lane integrity. So I mean the game plan was amazing. Offensively, that you're right. They bullied the. I mean, David Montgomery. First of all, you have a 70-something yard run up the middle. That's bully ball. I don't care what nobody says. That's you are dominating the line of scrimmage, and they were moving the Ravens D line around. Like get them out of here, get them out of here. And so you gotta give props to the Lions. I think they kind of figured it out. I mean, game one. So here's the thing with game one, right? They played the Packers. The Packers just got Micah. It was the first game of the season. It was in Lambeau. Probably nobody was the Packers probably would have beat every other team on that day just because of everything, right? So I feel like they may have figured it out. I don't know, man. They scored 98 points in 2 games. The NFC North is in trouble. Now, I don't want to go here, but if Caleb Williams figured it, he played the Cowboys. But if he's figured it out, I mean, it was one person on that.
It's one game, but he played a really good game. Now, Dallas's defensive scheme stinks. And I can't figure out, because a lot of people are saying it's a lack of talent. I don't buy into that. You got Matt Eberflus. He's running the scheme for a reason. I know you have a lot of faith in your guy.
Who?
Matt Eberflus.
Why is that my guy? Why is that my guy? How did he become my guy?
That is your guy. From the time he was with the Bears, you GM'd him. That is your guy, Matt Eberflus.
Okay.
So he's got this scheme that he's running down there.
Okay.
It's a lot of zone. Is it Eberflus' scheme or is it the players?
You asking me? It's the players. I think that so just like the rate, we can't use excuses, right? but Trayvon Diggs is coming back from injury. Now, if I'm being honest, I think he's washed. I could be wrong, but he got paid and he ain't been healthy since.
That's a fair assessment.
Right? Deron Bland, he just got paid. He played one game. If you want to be honest, he played game one and the defense ain't looked as bad as it looked the last 2 weeks. He ain't played and it's bombs over, it's bombs away. I don't even want to say, because I don't know if I get in trouble. But I feel like Trayvon Diggs is not 100%. And I think it's in their contracts for Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland not to play at the same time. I don't know where that's coming from, but they don't ever suit up at the same time. We're missing Siobhan Revel, who's a rookie who I know for a fact will help that secondary. But I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. No, it was 2 weeks ago. I gave some suggestions, right? I said Christian Wilkins. Didn't know that the Clowney was that when I said Jadeveon Clowney, didn't know that he actually already had met with them. But Clowney, he signed. But if they need to listen to me, I know what I'm talking about. They need to go and get Stephon Gilmore. I don't care if people think he will help Stephon Gilmore because he was good. Just like the Browns brought Flacco back, bring Stephon Gilmore back, right? I was told that Christian Wilkins is hurt, so I mean, figure that part out. But go get Justin Simmons. He's available. I mean, at this point, nothing can hurt. I mean, like our pass defense is atrocious. We can go out there and be all pros against the Cowboys defense right now. I will go take the Royals against the Cowboys, just the defense against the Cowboys defense, and we're gonna be rolling.
Yeah, I was about to say I am officially retired after our last challenge. I won't be the basketball challenge, so I won't be demonstrating any athletic abilities anymore. So yeah, maybe in theory I'd be an all-pro, but yeah, I'm glad you cleaned that up. And you said the Royals, because I can.
You done? You done?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Oh man. So, but no, I think that I don't think it's the scheme. I don't have a problem with the scheme as of yet. I think that, I mean, I don't know what else. So, they're like last week. I mean, it's just bad eyes. I mean, if they do their job, you could clearly see that this, like, guys will be covered. But you got safeties, eyes in the backfield towards the goal line. It's just bad eyes. It's just, Trayvon Diggs slipping on that touchdown. It's just, I don't know. It's frustrating to watch because it's like you guys are professionals and it's terrible. So I mean, I think that they do get it fixed. I think that Dak is going to lead that offense. They had some unfortunate things. We're running the ball easily first drive, and Javonte Williams gets it punched out right on the sideline. He throws the ball right to Pickens. He drops it, gets picked off. Those are two possessions right there that the whole game is different if those things don't happen.
I will highlight this season, and it probably happens every season. It feels like that there is a lot of injuries. And they're not necessarily like season-ending injuries, but it's a lot of people that won't be available for the next couple weeks. And I feel like it's a lot more than normal, like with the stars.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how each team navigates through their injuries, because I feel like almost every single team in the NFL has got some sort of star of some magnitude.
Oh yeah, I mean, so you could go through a few of them. Like the college, like CD is going to be out a few weeks. Tyler Book is going to be out a few weeks. You look at your guys, 49ers. Bosa's done for the season. Purdy's still out. Ayuk is still out. I mean, Thank God y'all got McCaffrey on this. It'd be spooky.
But I want to tell you, I'm just going to comment. I know we're 3-0, but things are getting a little scary with having all those players out. And this, like I told you at the beginning of the year, we this year are top heavy.
Y'all always top heavy.
No, I think we've had more players at the top, right? So in your mind, and I'm just going to break this down.
Okay.
In your mind, you're looking at 10 stars that hold the 49ers together. There was depth, but what started to happen last year is to pay those top tier guys like the Warners, the Bosas, that core group to keep that together. A lot of our mid-level people we had to let go. And I think you highlighted a lot of them went to the Broncos, the Greenlaw, and Hufanga, and a lot of those glue guys that you really, really, really need went on. So you get, let's say we got half of our top people that out of the 10, but those glue guys that you needed, or a lot of the guys that stepped into those roles to replace the injured people last year, those guys now walk too. So now it leaves you to where you've got a roster, but you got a roster unfilled or unproven talent that you either drafted or they're free agents and stuff. So you're hoping and you're praying that those guys are going to be able to step in for the Bosas. And they're not going to give you the same production, but you're hoping they're still somewhat productive. So that's our issue, is like, now we're getting to the point to where, okay, that top tier talent is hurt. Now you're taking a gamble and you're taking a risk on guys that really haven't played a ton of football. And we all know how that works. Sometimes it works in your advantage, and sometimes it's just one of those situations.
It hardly ever works in your advantage. Hardly ever. So, no, I get that. I definitely get that, because I ain't a fan of the 49. I'm going to say they was top heavy.
No. And most people will. And we can agree that in years past, we were top heavy, but I think we're really going to feel the impact now. I think we were top heavy, but we at least did have some guys that were.
That's true.
Like, because it's a difference if you've got, okay, this guy, he's not as good, but he's been in your system for 3 years. But then you got a guy of similar talent to where it's like he's a rookie. They're going to make mistakes opposed to the guy. Both guys are going to make mistakes, but the guy that's been in your system, you have a little bit more confidence in them because you've evaluated them a lot more. You know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. All right. So there were some other surprises this past weekend. I think that first of all, before we talk about the wins and losses, the block kicks that we seen, it was two in the Eagles game, which we'll talk about that in a moment. There was one in the Jets game. There was one, I believe, the Titans, I think it was.
It was a ton of them.
Yeah, so it was a lot. But this one with the Eagles, I want to talk about this for a second, because we in a bunch of group chats, and I know I said I can't stand it. The first things first, I know we have teams we root for and division, but I am a football person before I get into the fandom stuff. I personally can give a damn about the fandom, right? If somebody is playing good, they playing good. If they nice, they nice. If I don't like a team and they got players that are nice, those guys. It is what it is. My thing with the Eagles is that they remind me so much of the 90s Cowboys. It pains me. It's because, like, they always find a way to win. They do. Like just like the Chiefs in years past, even the Chiefs last year,
so
right?
Let me ask you a question on that note. Do you think the Eagles earned that game, or the Rams gave that game away?
I'm gonna get to that point right now.
Okay.
Right. So to answer that question, I think the Rams gave it away.
Okay.
Right?
Fair enough.
I think that there were series where they could have used more clock and whatever. Now, like I said, I felt like they found a way to get the win and things of that nature. So we had a buddy that in the group chat talking about it was coaching. I said, what was? He said the block kicks. I said, that's not coaching. That was luck. Like, to me.
So I'll agree with you there, right? I wouldn't go as far as to say luck, but to have 2 block kicks, I believe they had 2 block kicks.
They had 2 block.
Yeah, to have 2 block kicks is very unlikely. Where I would agree with
they may not block another kick the rest of the year.
Right. Where I agree where it could be coaching a little bit is they did put a pep in their step in their offense. Their offense.
No. I understand. No. Coaching, yes. If you're bringing up Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, if you're bringing up those guys, we could talk coaching. Them winning the game on a block kick is not coaching.
No.
That was pure effort. That was something that you won. You don't. It'd be different if they said everybody slant left. We're gonna bring one guy right. The guy that went right and looped around blocks the kick. Now that's Beamer ball is coaching because they practice all of those things. Going up the middle and just bullying a guy and putting your hand up is not coaching.
No,
that is not coaching.
It sure will, and it's an example of a player that just wanted to make things happen and was an X factor.
Yeah. So for somebody to tell me that, man, that was coaching that got them that win, that blocked that field goal, I will call BS every single time. And then don't respond to me saying, first of all, saying I'm in my, because again, when we're talking football, I'd rather, if I could talk football with somebody that's an Eagles fan and it's not like, oh, you say the Cowgirls or Dak sucks, and that's your argument, I don't want to talk to you. Don't talk to me.
Yeah,
don't even look my way.
Yeah, so I would agree with you, right? To say that was coaching, nah, it wasn't coaching from that standpoint, but I do think that they made some adjustments in the second half, which propelled them.
No, absolutely. And but I don't when they cut it to 5, I was like, oh, this ain't a good thing.
You know what, I was happy, and this is probably the last year that I'll ever have Jalen Hurts as a fantasy quarterback. I like Jalen Hurts, but the heartache that he gives me as far as like not knowing what you're going to get, because you don't know if he's going to throw for X number of yards or if he's going to rush for a touchdown. And so I looked at my matchup. I was in a tough matchup this weekend. I looked and I said, man, this guy's got like 40 yards passing and 1 rushing touchdown. And so when they started throwing the ball, I was like, man, thank God. But my question for them is, what took you so long to decide to throw the ball to AJ Brown? Because I think when that game started, me and you,
5 targets. 5 catches for the year at that point.
Yeah, and we had agreed that if Jalen Hurts didn't figure out how to get AJ Brown the football, that he would be requesting the trade, and he would be justified for requesting that trade because it's inexcusable.
So I'll say this: we just said a few minutes earlier that that they figured it out, right? That the Lions figured it out. If the Eagles have figured it, because here's the thing: you got Devontae Smith, you got AJ Brown, you got Dallas Goedert, and you got Saquon Barkley. With those 4, yeah, you could run the ball, but you shouldn't be struggling to throw the ball 10 yards down the field. I find something wrong with that. I understand having a new OC, but I don't want to hear that excuse because that it's not like that OC came from outside. He has already been with this team. It's the same offense. So it's not like they installing a new offense. It's we just not throwing the ball down the field. Do we not trust Jalen Hurts? I don't know if that could be it because we've seen him do it. It's not like he can't do it.
I say that you have to come to that conclusion. You've got one of the most physical receivers in the NFL.
Yeah.
That has shown time and time again, if you throw the ball up, and give him an opportunity, he's going to make a play. He's not necessarily going to be open all the time because he is just not his game. But what he is able to do is, if he's in one-on-one coverage and that football is contested, he's able to like come down with the football, with the catch. So you have to throw the ball to him and give him opportunities to,
or he's gonna become a diva, and you're gonna be like, why is he's so selfish? No, y'all paid him all this money, throw him the damn ball. like what I hate when they do that, yo, because it's like, he's selfish. All he wants to he gets paid a job. This is part, like,
I think he's been more than patient with allowing them the opportunity for 3 games to have more than 5 targets. I mean, I think that's reasonable. So something that broke today, the New York Giants have decided to go with Jackson Dart. I'm not questioning this move because of the performance. I'm questioning the move of the timing. Do you think it's a smart idea to put him in there against the Chargers?
Yeah. Because if not, then when? I mean, it's not like the schedule is going to get easier. I mean, I think they have the Saints after the Chargers, but it's not going to get easier. So who cares? It's the NFL. It's the NFL.
The Saints might be.
Saints ain't going to be an easy out. The Saints done played everybody tough. I mean, even if they lost, who did they lose to last week? They lost to
Seattle. They didn't play Seattle tough.
Well, early they did. Maybe not.
Nah,
but
that game was over at the 13-minute mark in the first quarter. That game was. They got their butts.
Who was the home team?
It was Seattle.
Exactly. Okay. It's not like they were at home. They was in New Orleans and they got blown out. I mean,
they played the 49ers tough.
Yes, but whoever I forget who they played week 1. They've been in games. The Seattle game is most teams go to Seattle and don't do well. Because the stadium's all the way over there. It's at the corner of America, all right? And you got to travel, and it's loud and it's a tough place to play.
So let me ask you this, because you bring up an interesting point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got the Saints that are 0-3. You got the Giants that are 0-3.
Right.
I don't believe, are the Falcons 0-3?
No, they 1-2. They're
1-2. So I have to take them off the list.
I think they beat Minnesota. Yeah,
they beat Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't think of any other 0-3 teams, but you got.
I can find out for you.
The Saints and the Giants. Do you think which one's the worst of the two?
Because they're the only 0-3 teams in the NFC. Now the AFC got 4 teams that's 0-3.
Well, okay, what are those teams?
The Jets, the Dolphins,
the
Texans, and the Titans.
Ooh.
And then you have this. I think the Saints are probably the worst team in the league, but
well, I don't know. I don't know now because you just brought up some interesting teams. So you got the Titans. I think most people just feel like, okay, it's a rookie. They're letting the rookie play. Mm-hmm. It is kind of is what it is. The Texans are surprising, right? They shouldn't really be in that company, but they are. So the record is what it is. Who else did you say?
I said the Jets.
So the Jets.
I mean,
so the Jets.
I mean, their quarterback is hurt, but the first game they should have won. The first game they should have won.
Now they played a tough game because they almost came back during that game and they rallied and they got behind.
The Jets are not a bad team.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not far off.
So the fourth,
the Dolphins. Dolphins not that bad neither. I listen.
You don't think so?
No. They literally should have. They could have beat. They were in the game with Buffalo, who a lot of people consider to be the best team in the league.
myself. So okay, so if you've got the Dolphins versus the Saints, you're taking the Dolphins?
I'm taking the absolutely.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, except for game one, they was in the other two games. They lost to the Colts 33-8. I didn't watch that game. Somehow that game got away from them. Then they lost to the Patriots by 6, and they lost to the Bills by 10. And it was a one-score game. It was a tie game in the fourth quarter.
Okay. So you have the Giants and you have the Saints. Who are you taking?
I'll take the Giants over the Saints.
The
Saints are the worst team in the league.
So the Saints are the worst team in the league. Okay, fair enough.
Now saying that they're the worst team in the league, they're not 2017 Cleveland Browns bad, but
no. They're gonna win eventually. And I think what's hindering them right now is just the quarterback. Once they get a quarterback, and it won't be this season, but at some point they will get a quarterback, and they'll be able to adjust.
So now, as far as this move with the Giants, I agree with it. Aside from when the Giants played the Cowboys, Russell Wilson's looked like crap. He hasn't looked good at all. So he got 3 games, and it was what it was. He played the Commanders, the Giants, and they played the Chiefs, right? And you know, the Chiefs game was there for the taking. I think that last drive was the writing on the wall. That's all they needed to see, because he didn't even get him an opportunity to win. He just threw the ball away on 4th down. And I'm like, if anything, if you throw an interception, you throw an interception. But to throw the ball away with an opportunity to win the game, some sort of opportunity, I think is dumb. I think you should get benched, especially if it's you have a team like the Chiefs who is in the middle of a dynasty. Yeah, I think it's time. And I honestly, if they would have started him game 1, I wouldn't have been mad. They should have started him game 1. I mean, what he had done what Russ did against the Cowboys, probably not. But I mean, as we can see, the Cowboys can't stop anybody. So it probably would have been close, you know. So I would say it's a good move. It's a good time. And if you look at the Giants, man, they are setting up to be pretty damn good. Like Detroit good.
Well, they got some really good players. I mean, you know, you got Scatterboo, which like he's a running back, and a lot of people, they saw that when this year in the college playoffs, he made a lot of money. You got Neighbors, and they got a fairly good team. So I mean
they're young. I mean, like it's not like they got a bunch of 30-year-olds on it. I think Russell Wilson probably is the oldest person on that team.
If Dart comes in here and he's able to make a difference, then you've got a nice young quarter where he's going
to make a difference game 1. Because people are they're gonna be juiced up to for that game. So I think that they're gonna be up for that game. You know, now you got somebody like Neighbors. So if I'm being honest, Neighbors wants Dayball out of there. I mean, you're not gonna keep on telling me it's not the quarterback. He said that about Daniel Jones. It's not the quarterback. It's the play calls. It's whatever. So it's funny because some people may or may not know we play in a Madden league. So in Madden 25, one of our good friends, Mike, he had the Giants, right? He drafted this nice quarterback. He was amazing. And immediately he was like, why do we got this coach here? He doesn't know what he's doing. Remember that? He was like, I don't know what he's thinking, blah, blah, blah. And we all was like, whoa, we never saw that on the game. And so Neighbors been doing that since his rookie year. This is his second year. But Neighbors last year said it wasn't Daniel Jones' fault we not winning these games. It's the play calling. Now, and he literally just said it this past week. So listen, Dayball is pretty much a dead man walking. You know, he is hoping and praying that Jackson Dart looks like the second coming of Joe Montana.
He needs Jackson Dart to look good. And
Yeah.
I think senior leadership in the Giants organization, he's some of the owners.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the plan was to ever play Jackson Dart. And I think they told him, to your point, that, okay, we're going to give you this lifeline because you believe that this is going to save your job. And you're right. He's got to come out there and he's got to look good for him to actually keep his job. I am going to say this too.
Mm-hmm.
If they ruin Jackson Dart this season, and Daniel Jones continues to play on the warpath that he's playing on, I stand by this and what we said last week.
Right,
everybody must go out that front office.
Listen,
it's gonna
listen.
Person
I don't know if we were on the. We said this last week, right?
We said this last week.
Yes, everybody out. Get out. Don't. If Daniel Jones becomes a Pro Bowler,
get the whole
everybody.
Squad.
Everybody. You're gonna keep Jackson Dart, of course. You're gonna keep Malik Neighbors. You're gonna keep
all the players.
I don't even know if you keep all the players. I don't know if you keep all the players.
You know why? Because you don't even know what those players are capable of.
You know what? You're right. Because clearly the Eagles and the coach know. They know something. Y'all get out. Don't because he ran for 2,000 yards. Now you got Daniel Jones is in Indy, like, so yeah, they're gonna have to.
You know what Eli told Daniel Jones yesterday. This is how good Daniel Jones looks with the Colts. He said next to his brother, how's it feel to be the best quarterback? Now he was joking, but I'm just saying, like, it's crazy.
It's wild.
It is wild. He looks like he looks faster. He looks like he
can always run.
He can always run.
But you can't tell that with the Giants. It's just
because he's running for his life.
Yeah.
So it looks crazy, but yeah, if Dubar or Dayball, whatever his name is,
fired.
He is out of there.
Fired. That's what his name is. Out of here. Get him out of here. But so yeah, man. I think that they Jackson Dart is gonna be his savior. And if Malik Neighbors has it his way, it don't matter what Jackson Dart does. Anything short of a Super Bowl, which it ain't gonna happen.
But he's looking at his potential, right?
Who?
Malik Neighbors, like he could play out of this world,
mm-hmm.
but if he's not getting the ball or he's not getting the opportunity because of the play calling, and that's one thing I've had to realize about NFL players,
mm-hmm.
they know what good coaching looks like, and they'll tell you in the heartbeat, like, yeah, this guy right here, I don't know about this guy. We got to get him out.
Let's get him up out of there. You're fired. Shout out to Vince McMahon. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Can I shout out Vince McMahon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that safe? I don't know. In today's day, you don't know if you could, But so yeah. So I mean, we're gonna see. I like the move. I think it's time. I thought they should have started him week 1. I mean, if you believe in him that much, I mean, start him now. Russell Wilson. He would understand. It happened with him. He came in. I think he was a 3rd rounder, and they had just signed dude from Green Bay. I forget his name. He had one game, I think, against the Texans to end the season, and Seattle gave him a whole new contract. And then they drafted Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had a great camp. He was day 1 starter, and they moved on. So I think that, yes, go with Jackson Dart, and anything can happen. Who the Giants have this week? The Chargers. I mean, like this is one thing we should all know by now. It is the NFL, and this is literally any given Sunday. I don't care. I know it's cliche, but it's legit. We just saw. Oh, what a way to transition. The Packers and the Browns. Like, so again, there's not a person, even Browns fans chose the Packers to win over the Browns. Yeah, nobody saw the Browns beating the Packers.
So let's go there for a second.
Right?
So the Browns defense
Mm-hmm.
has been playing lights out.
Absolutely.
Football.
Yep.
Is it time that they make the quarterback switch?
To Shador?
Dylan Gabriel.
You go Dylan Gabriel. You better off just staying with Flacco. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think Dylan Gabriel is that good. I think the best quarterback on that team is Shador Sanders. That is me personally. I could be wrong.
I think so too, but the coaches seem to have Dylan Gabriel at number 2. So just being realistic, they probably for whatever reason, right, might think that he's better. I think looking at that defense, you need to give both guys like an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. I mean, Flacco is doing what Flacco does. He's out there. He's managing the game.
How old is Flacco? 40 something.
Oh, he's easily like 47 or 48.
He's not that old.
Okay, well, maybe he's not 47. He's up there though in age. Like he's got
40. He's 40.
He's 40.
Mm-hmm.
That's not as bad as I thought. I was thinking he was pushing somewhere up.
40 is still old.
Yeah, I don't know how far Joe Flacco gets you at this point. Like, I get him being that veteran in the locker room. I get even having Joe Flacco as a
mentor,
as a backup. But you have 2 young quarterbacks. You should possibly see what do you have in those 2 quarterbacks.
I mean, the offense looks terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What can you lose by giving those guys the opportunity?
Nothing. I mean, the one thing I do know is that if you give either one of those rookie quarterbacks, I think the locker room gets some juice, some sort of juice. If you put Shador Sanders in, not only does the locker room get juice, the fan base gets juice, right? And I think people may not take that seriously, but getting hyped up, the fans can get you motivated, and it's just positive energy flowing throughout. Because if you say, like right now, if you say, I don't know who the Browns play next week, I can look, but if you say Shador Sanders is going to start the game against the Lions, I probably wouldn't start him against the Lions. I probably would wait until, the Dolphins game in 3 weeks or something, But if you start him against the Lions, it's going to be so much energy, right? Because one, you see, look at, I know it was preseason, but look at the preseason game against Carolina, right? Everybody had you. Like, I mean, it was more Browns fans there than Panthers fans. You seen a bunch of Shador. He just got drafted a couple months ago. You seen a bunch of Shador jerseys. So I think that you sign him. I mean, not sign him, but you play him. It rejuvenates everything. Dylan Gabriel is going to be. They're going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if you hear we want Shador chants.
Yeah, and you probably will, right? So that's why I say you give him the opportunity first.
Give who the opportunity?
Give it to Gabriel. Like, eventually you're going to give Shador an opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give it to Gabriel, let him stink it up, and then give Shador the other opportunity.
So you're saying, I'm going to tell you who their next 3 games are. So they play the Lions, the Vikings, and the Steelers. So you're saying you put them in against those guys. You have to play Flacco. You have to play Flacco against those guys.
It brings us back to the same situation to pull it full circle is with Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart. And you made this point, and I'm starting to kind of align with you on that, is it's no perfect opportunity to put them in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. I mean, I agree.
Like you said,
it's football.
Well,
Anything
like
can
you
happen.
said it when you were making the Saints argument. Right?
Mhm.
It's an NFL team that is playing for pride.
Yeah.
Yeah, that team may seem sorry this Sunday, but who knows what they're going to do the next Sunday, and
You never
like you
know.
Said, you get a good game plan, you get some
You got
juice
you got
going,
you got a bunch of prideful grown men that don't want to look foolish in front of millions.
right.
So yeah, you're gonna get a lot of, and I know it. Some teams get up more for other teams. The Packers play the Cowboys. They're not gonna look how they looked against the Browns, against the Cowboys. They're going back Micah Parsons and blah blah blah. So I mean, you have to go with what you know, and people know that it's not going to be the same.
Right.
It's a Sunday night game in Dallas. Micah Parsons is going back to the team that drafted him. It's just it's going to be, I don't know, man. And the Cowboys are going to be without their number one receiver, their rookie right guard. I don't even know if Deron Bland's playing, but I doubt it. It's right now everything's lined up to say Packers blow out Cowboys, right? But you know what's going to happen? It's going to be a one-score game in the fourth quarter, and everybody's going to be like, "Wow."
We'll see. And I'm just going to go back to Aaron Rodgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says that legitimately each year, everybody thinks they have a shot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really 8 teams that are really
right, which is true. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. It's not like.
So I think about in that situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a fan, and I'm a fan of my team, but realistically, you just know, we're probably not going to win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, it just is. It just is what it is. You're looking at it at 3 games, so
it is what it is. I mean, if you're a fan of the game, you realize that, and like I could talk ball with whoever. Like we could talk about Cowboys and Eagles, the history, or we could talk about what we see, right? So going into last week, I'm saying Jalen Hurts is playing like trash as a quarterback. That's just and it has nothing to do with him playing for the Eagles. If he played for the daggone whoever, I'm like, he's throwing for 100 yards per game, and he doesn't have an interception. Yeah, he don't have an interception, but he don't have a touchdown either. And he hasn't thrown the ball. He has more tush pushes attempts than he does over on 10-yard passes. As a person that watches football, like that is trash. Now, the first half, I still think he played like trash. But in that second half, he played like a Super Bowl MVP. I don't want to hear, when we're talking about a quarterback, I don't want to hear, oh, but he wins though. No, football is the ultimate team sport. I don't care about that. No.
So I'll give you that. But where I'm not sold on is it more about the team handcuffing him? This is, well, in certain instances where if they're boxing you in and they're making you play it within the system.
You had all summer, spring to do all of that, right? So and I understand that. So now it becomes, do they trust you to be a quarterback, not a running back that plays quarterback?
So what I've seen out of the Eagles is they've been hell-bent on forcing the ball to Saquon Barkley, and they don't give a crap. We're back.
My bad. Oops. But you were saying they forcing the ball to Saquon Barkley, and I was saying I don't even know if that's the case.
Well, I'll say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're 3-0, and I want to be honest with you. If they start to lose games, people are going to start that he's going to be the first person that they're going to critique.
That's true.
Right now, it's tough to really critique them because they are winning games. Now, if he's throwing for 100 yards and they're getting blown out, then the fans and everybody else is going to turn on him. But right now, as long as he's winning games, people are going to still make that argument that, hey, they're winning.
And again, I guess it's fair. You can't really judge him for that. I mean, but I will. I think that him being the quarterback, the leader, it can't just be, yo, I want to run, I'm gonna scramble, I'm gonna drop back, and I'm gonna just run. That ain't whatever. I guess they winning, so I guess that's all that matters. To me, I think it's more, but you know, we'll see what happens this week. They got another tough game. I think they play the Buccaneers. I think
it's gonna be a tough.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, Baker Mayfield is playing out of his mind, and you know, we'll talk more about him later. But we gotta go because we got some Madden stuff to do.
Oh, we're gonna do the draft.
We're gonna do the draft. It looks like it. Probably at like 9. So.
Okay,
So-
no. That's perfect.
Scott's about to rest us off that. Hold on, we got one more thing to talk about. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait.
I missed that.
But no. So yeah, we'll see how this week comes about, and we'll go from there, man. But no, I thought it was a good talk. I thought, you know, we'll see. But I guess we done. Are we done?
You're done.
And he ain't even eat dinner yet. So
yeah, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
I can eat dinner with the portal.
Oh my God. All right, man. This off the record. I'm Anthony
Your
Adebayo.
boy Scotty B.
This man's crazy.
We off the record. Anthony Adebayo. We off the record.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. We off the record. Anthony Adebayo. We off the record. And the most accurate sports coverage. We off the record. Scotty B's Fantasy 5. We off the record. We off the record.
We're different from any other sports.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B. We off the record.